Protesters strongly opposing the arena plan filled the council chambers before the meeting, with a small group locking arms and sitting on the floor while chanting against the vote. Police were called in to remove them. The City Council meeting opened with an hour of passionate public comments from both supporters and critics of the proposed 18,500-seat arena. Ultimately, the Council voted on 11 bills, all of which passed with majority support, giving final approval to the controversial project. Officials announced that demolition of the Fashion District is set to begin in June 2026, with arena construction starting in the summer of 2028. The arena is projected to be completed by the summer of 2031. Protesters.
So as we all knew, the Sixer Stadium is is getting built in the center city. Oh, I know the people ain't happy about this one, but if it's one thing I will say that I'm proud of, and it's one thing black people can learn from this situation, is that Asian people fought to the bitter end to stop this from happening. Does it make sense? Did that stick in? I'll say it again. We need to learn from Asian people to stick together when shit like this happens because that's just what needs to happen. I will say the one thing I hate about this is that Chinatown and Fashion District are going down. I love Chinatown. And Fashion District, I go to that AMC all the time now. That AMC is cool. I just saw Sonic at that damn Fashion District. Now they want to tear down the whole area for a Sixer stadium, put it in the middle of the city, which I think is a stupid idea. But here's the thing that people need to understand, and this is something that we need to learn. Even in a city like Philadelphia, where the voice, quote unquote, is supposed to be heard, it ain't heard. And I wanted to break that down because it just goes to show that they don't give a flying fuck about the people. Because something like Chinatown has been a very profitable area for the city for decades. And they just opened up like a nice little apartment complex over there. Their real estate was getting bigger over there in Chinatown. And I think that's why they did it, honestly. They don't want the major people taking over Philly. They sound racist, but it's true. I like that. They have a nice little Japanese crepe spot, a little expensive, but I like it. They got a nice little spots over here in Chinatown. You ever go to Chinatown at night? On the weekends at night? So damn fun. So damn fun. Nice little karaoke bars and things like that. Hopefully they can find a new spot for like a new Chinatown in Philly. They have a nicer, newer looking Chinatown. But at the same time, it's like, hey, y'all gonna knock out a whole racial demographic, economically profiting section of the town for a Sixer stadium? Ridiculous. And Fashion District. And Fashion District had just opened up in what, 2019? So I think they said the demolition for Fashion District would be like 2026. So 7, 8 years of Fashion District after they shut down the gallery for a couple years to renovate the gallery to make Fashion District. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I feel like the people who really own Fashion District must be pissed the hell off because now they losing their situation. And if Fashion District was getting better, you know what I'm saying? I've seen more people in Fashion District in the last year or two than when it first opened because of COVID. So they got hit hard because of COVID, unfortunately. But now, you get to see just what it is. They saw green. They think that the Sixers being in the middle of the city is going to bring a bunch of green and economic profit to the city. And if you want me to be honest, I can tell y'all exactly what this was. Because if anybody from Philly would know, they just got approved to have new SEPTA cars made. And SEPTA is probably going to go through a nice little revamp and still have the crackheads ride for free, but that's neither here nor there. Have a nice little revamp. It's going to bring a lot of people to get on the L and go straight to the stadium from the L, even though that's what the Broad Street line was for, to go to Energy Station at the last stop. But I digress. And then you have the situation of New Penn's Landing should be up and running around the same time as the Septicars. Then 2 years after that, so 2029, is the new Penn's Landing and the new Septicars hit the rails. I'm assuming we'll probably have some new rails too. God, I hope so. Then you got to go into 2031 with the new Sixer Stadium. So all of that stuff coming together, they're trying to turn Philly into one of the biggest tourist spots of all time. And it's genius, but I don't think it's going to work. Penn's Landing is going to work. Everyone loves Penn's Landing. But this old Philly Stadium thing, it's going to cause way more problems than it's going to fix. Best believe that. Best believe that. If you want to be honest, they probably should have really just opened a new stadium out there. They got all that space. Just open the new stadium out there. But that's what they wanted. Sherelle Parker wasn't playing no games. I told y'all, man, y'all keep voting for certain people. And she could have turned this down, but she wanted it. She wanted it. And so did the Philly Council. Y'all keep voting for people. Vote blue no matter who. Vote for them. They black. Vote for them because of their skin complexion instead of voting for the policy of the people. Now, would David O had done this? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But what I do know is that Sherelle Parker walked up in here goofy, and a lot of people seem to be unhappy with her, even though she ain't really did a whole year yet. There's things about her that I like, and there's things about her I don't trust because she only been in there a year. She still got 3 more to go. Now, is she saying she wants to clean up Philadelphia? I'm with it. I rock with it. You want to clean up the city? Let's clean up the city. It comes down to the fact that the council had already had this decision, though. You know what I'm saying? Like they already had the final decision that they were going to go forward with the Sixers project anyway. Even though I think it's a terrible idea, I don't think they should do it, but they going to do it. So let them do what they going to do because there's nothing y'all can do now. Once the bill passed, that means everything's going into play. Easements got to get given in. Um, Plan sheets and right of way agreements and all this other stuff got to get signed now to get the project basically off to get the project going. They got to get a bunch of construction permits, see where the wire lines are, the gas lines, so they don't blow themselves up. It's all starting. And unfortunately, I'm pissed off about Chinatown, but I'm also pissed off about Fashion District because I actually was starting to like Fashion District. It seemed like it was starting to get a lot of foot traffic. Seemed like people were starting to just get used to it. The food court was always full of people, even if it's nothing like what the galleries was. But again, I digress. But it was starting to move. It was starting to get people. That AMC in Fashion District is popular. It's a very popular spot right now. A lot of people go to that Fashion District AMC. And it was good for AMC because I was like, yeah, y'all don't have the best reputation right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the AMC at Franklin Mills, nobody goes to anymore, even though those damn theaters are huge and y'all should probably go back to that AMC because that was a big AMC for a while. I think the last thing I saw in there though was like Winter Soldier. I started going to the Chamonix after that. But that's another AMC that's about to close because they about to get rid of the Fashion District. And it was nice. They had like milkshakes and sandwiches, all kinds of stuff. Prime at AMC, all this stuff. It was fire in there. It was fire in there. So I got 2 years of Fashion District left, and whoever wants to open a store in there probably won't now. And we just going to watch that joint basically die off like the gallery did. In Chinatown, I don't even want to know what those people going to do because people who own those businesses, noodle shops, uh, crepe stores, Paris Baguette. I think they just opened the Paris Baguette there not that long ago. Some other stuff, some bubble tea areas, all this stuff. That place was an economic gold mine. They had clothes, they did passport photos, they did it all. Like I said, they had real estate, just opened a new apartment building, all these things that I mentioned. And that was ran by an entire race of people. And now they got bought out basically. They got moved out the way for a stadium. That's probably going to cause more hell. But this just shows you can't really beat the elites. You can't beat the elites. That Chinatown coalition was going on all summer. Probably since the spring even. Been going on since the spring all the way to now. Let those people march, protest, lock arms, dragging people out of City Hall earlier today and a few days ago. All that stuff. It's rough to watch, man. It really is. There's about to be a whole different city in like the next 6-7 years. We're just going to just buckle up and enjoy the ride. But I appreciate y'all making it this far. Thank you for paying attention. You tuned in with the Black Intellectual. You see me out here stunting, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next one.
Rick, tonight the Sixers thanked the city council members who voted yes on this proposal. They also thanked Philadelphia Mayor Sherrell Parker, who has supported this plan all along. The team tells us while today's vote was huge, they also believe there's still a lot of work that needs to be done in order to make their arena here in Center City a reality. It has been controversial from the start, and now the plan to build a 76ers arena in Center City is moving forward after a final vote by Philadelphia City Council today.
If we would have turned down this particular deal, we would have been fools.
Chaos erupted in council chambers before the vote as those against the arena locked arms, sat on the floor, and refused to leave. They were eventually removed, some forcibly, before public comment.
If you build an arena there, we will get pushed out. It is an amazing and a well thought out project.
The city says the $1.3 billion plan will be financed by the team. It includes a $60 million community benefits agreement
that not only invests in Chinatown, but invests in vital essential programs providing critical services to people of Philadelphia.
The CBA and the package that they proposed doesn't protect our community.
Critics of the plan fear it will decimate neighboring Chinatown, that it will lead to a traffic nightmare in Center City, and that it could limit access to nearby Jefferson Hospital.
Not only is this an arena that will devastate our communities, this has been a process that has been riddled with errors.
Although city leaders pitched the plan as one being built without taxpayer dollars, Mayor Parker pledged an additional $20 million of city money to go to affordable housing.
I move for adoption of a resolution.
Councilman Mark Squilla, who represents the area where the arena will be built, says that change was necessary.
A lot of the concerns you heard from council members was displacement, right, and business interruption. And that $20 million, I think, at the end, convinced a lot of members to vote for that.
Now, Councilman Squilla said earlier today that he believes that there are a lot of details about this plan that still need to be ironed out. As it stands right now, the arena is slated to open in the fall of 2031. But members of the No Arena Coalition told us today that they have lawyered up and that their fight continues next year.